It's not going to be easy, but I think it's going to be a good tear-up.
Danny Dubois for Pro Boxing fans in Dublin. Sam Jones, how are we doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Very good. All the better for speaking to yourself. We're in Dublin, as I say. Have you many fun experiences, any funny stories you can tell us from previous weekends to Dublin? I'm sure you've got some lively ones.
First time I've ever been to Dublin.
No way.
I've been to Belfast 5-6 times. I've never been to Dublin, and I can safely say I really like the place.
Apart from why you're here, which we'll come on to, what's on the agenda for you in Dublin? Any sightseeing?
No, not really. Not so much. I'm here with Sami. Got to be with Sami around when he needs me. So I'm here for Sami. Sami wants to go sightseeing, we'll go sightseeing.
I think that would be good, sort of acclimatise him.
A tremendous steakhouse, you say, called Hell's Fire? Unbelievable.
What about McGregor's gaff?
Not been there yet. I might go there though. The Black Forge Inn, yeah. So yeah, hopefully go there.
Let's talk boxing. Sami Hamed, son of the great Prince Nassim Hamed, making his debut. Talk to me about what you expect on Saturday night.
I expect Sami to be clinical, very clinical. He's been sparring at a very good level. He's never boxed before, never had an amateur fight, never had a pro fight, as everyone knows. But I expect him to go there and be devastating.
Is Sami your first sort of crossover fighter?
Yeah, crossover fight. Yeah, he is. But like, I don't really see it like that. I just feel like Misfits are doing a great thing. There's going to be a big crowd in there on Saturday. They're doing a great thing, Misfits. So Sami's going to go in there. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, who his name is, because it's Misfits. It's not people say, oh, why are you going pro? But Sami's going to test the water out. If he likes it, he'll carry on. If not, he might choose to be an actor. Who knows?
Could we see you maybe try and get any more acquisitions while you're over here? I know Lee Eaton's got a few sort of influencers under his wing.
I'm not interested in that, but like my focus is on Sami.
So if KSI said, Sam, I want you to look after me, sort my next fight.
Then that's different, isn't it? That's different. Who knows? But at KSI, I don't need anyone to manage him.
Let's talk about the big news. Johnny Fisher, working with him. I'm not sure you ever really stopped. You obviously had a very close relationship with Johnny, but officially back part of the Bosch team, the Bosch Army. Talk to me a bit about how that came about, the motivation for that.
Yeah, look, I speak to Johnny every day. I have done since. Like, we weren't working together, so we're just it's official again, if that makes sense.
What did you make of the Alan Babbage fight?
Johnny did what he was Johnny did what he had to do. That's how I expected the fight to go. If you asked anyone, I said Johnny will win in one round. He did.
What do you think's next for Johnny? I've seen he is keen on a fight with Rudenko. He's expected to come through Rudenko. I've seen Derek Chisora floated about.
Listen, everyone asks about what happened next. Johnny's got a good fight in front of him. If the Derek Chisora fight ever presents himself, Johnny would take it. But Derek is a legend of British boxing, and he's going to do anything he wants to do. But if that was a fight presented to him, that's a fight he would take.
How do you think that fight would play out?
Stop trying to bait me. I have faith in Johnny Fisher, but Derek's a legend. I don't want to start like talking down Derek. Derek's put on a great performance against Joe the other day. You can never count Derek out, ever. So
I want to talk to you about the big undercard that was announced for the Beterbiev Bivol undercard. I've seen sort of two conflicting opinions on it. Obviously there's some massive names on it, but then a lot of people complaining that the fights aren't necessarily 50-50s.
You're being spoiled there. Listen, when are we ever going to see a card? I mean, look, Wardley Clark could headline any show in the UK. That's an undercard fight. Shakur against Cordina. That's a headline fight. So just enjoy the show. It's a great fight. It's a great card and an incredible main event.
You mentioned Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark too. Can you understand UK fight fans' frustration that that's maybe not taking place in the UK?
Yeah, but listen, the reality is they're prize fighters, right? I know some people do, oh yeah, but they're prize fighters. If they're going to get the money I know they're getting for this fight, they won't be able to get it over here. So the boys have got to take it. It was an unbelievable fight. So sorry, lads. If they weren't getting the money they were going to get, so that's what they've chosen to do, and it's a good decision from both of them.
Just on that fight, obviously a draw, first time round. The bookies have it essentially a pick'em. Who do you lean towards in that fight?
I think Fraser will go to the fight as a favourite, but Fabio Wardley's an unbelievable fighter, so good luck to both men.
Just sticking with the heavyweight division, Sam. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, creeping ever closer. I was going to say, what happens if Daniel Dubois wins in terms of Anthony Joshua's next steps? People say the Tyson Fury fight always would.
What happens? Like, what happens if anything? It's
hypothetical. People like it's fun to speculate.
He's a huge player in the heavyweight division.
I mean, what's next for Anthony Joshua though?
I don't think Anthony Joshua would carry on if he lost to Daniel Dubois, but I think AJ wins the fight. It's not going to be easy, but I think it's going to be a good tear up.
I wanted to talk to you about some comments I saw from Simon Jordan. It was about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. He basically said, were they ever as good as we thought they were, because they both lost to Alexander Usyk, and Lennox Lewis would have bashed up Alexander Usyk.
Lennox Lewis for me is the second best heavyweight there's ever been, maybe even the best. So I believe Lennox is in a category of his own. But of course, AJ and Fury are unbelievable fighters. They're two former heavyweight champions of the world. Tyson, a former unified heavyweight champion of the world. AJ, a former unified heavyweight champion of the world. Great fighters, but I don't like comparing errors.
Harsh though from Simon.
Yeah, Simon is harsh, but Simon will give his opinion and he's entitled to it.
Right, last one, Sam, because you've got a break. Last one, I mentioned Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol. One of the closest fights, one of the hardest fights to call. What way do you lean on that?
Beterbiev.
Stoppage?
Yes.
Sam Jones, thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers, mate.